everybody, Les Butler here for SouthernGospel365.com. A little bit of a slow news day today, so I thought I'd bring in one of my historical artifacts for Southern Gospel music. And so if the camera will pan back, you'll see that that artifact is right here. It is a brick, not just any brick. This is a brick from the Speer Building off of Music Row in Nashville, Tennessee. Brock and Ben purchased this building in 1970, and it held their offices, the Speer Family office, Ben Speer Music, which is one of the preeminent and largest Southern Gospel publishing catalogs in our industry, with just hundreds of hit songs in it. And the upstairs part of this old house was utilized for many different businesses, including the National Quartet Convention once upon a time. And it's right off of Music Row, 54 Music Square West, I believe was the address. Close. If you're familiar with Music Row, it was right next door to the UA building, the United Artists building. And right on the very front it said Speer Building. And it was just a part of not only Southern Gospel music history, but the music history of Nashville, Tennessee and Music Row for over 35 years. And this past March, they tore it down. And so my friend Rick Francis of Singing News magazine, he knows what kind of a Southern Gospel geek I am. And so we worked together for many years. He came down to my office earlier this year and said, you know, they're getting ready to tear it down. And as a matter of fact, they'd already started the process. And he had already gone, I think, and gotten a brick or two for himself. And he said, hey, let's go do lunch, and if there's some bricks laying around, go ahead and grab some, and you'll have a part of history. And so we did, and I did, and here it is, a brick from the Speer Building, Music Row in Nashville, Tennessee. And so that's part of my personal collection. This brick was part of the building that was part of the Speer family, and of course their decades of hits and touring and Dove Awards and Fan Awards and just awards stacked up on top of awards. And so this is a very special piece for me, and I thought you would enjoy it today. Brick from the Speer Building, Music Row in Nashville, Tennessee. That's it for today. And by the way, thank you to Rick Francis. Thank you for the article in the Singing News. As a matter of fact, if you'd like to see pictures of that building and a little more information about the Speer Building, you can get the, let's see, I wrote it down here, the June issue of this year, June 2015, and Rick Francis has a story about that. You can check that out at singingnews.com. So we want to thank our sponsors, ButlerMusicGroup.com, for helping us out and bringing you historical cool stuff and news as it happens every single day right here at SouthernGospel365.com.